Why won't my dog stop eating rocks? Sometimes a nuisance behavior like that's actually a much more serious problem.
Somebody asked me if this was a mullet.
Your whole audience will say, oh my God, that guy has a mullet.
No, it's not a mullet, it's just long hair. Hi, I'm Rich and welcome to Ask Rich. This is a dog training questionnaire where you send me your questions and I answer them. Today, we have a question from Mark in Austin, Texas. The question is, Dear Rich, I'm hoping you can help me with a dangerous and frustrating issue. My 2-year-old male Labrador, Gus, has developed a severe and constant obsession with eating rocks and gravel whenever we are outside. I've had to rush him to the vet twice because of stomach issues from it. I've tried telling him, leave it, but if I'm not right there, he sneaks them up and swallows them instantly. I'm afraid to let him off leash now in the yard. I need a solution that goes beyond just the leave it command. There's two different avenues that this behavior can be coming from. And when we're looking at a behavior that our dog does, especially a nuisance behavior, it's important that we try and determine what the cause is as opposed to just correcting the behavior. So for example, this can be a behavioral issue or this can also be a medical issue. This to me screams, give me a vitamin. I was a guy that I met at a trade show who came up to me and said basically the exact same thing. Sometimes when we have a very obsessive behavior with our dogs, is the dogs trying to supplement something that is lacking nutritionally in their diet. Even if your dog is on a premium dog food, sometimes their body's just not getting everything that it needs. What I suggested to him, I said, it might be a vitamin or a mineral that's missing in their diet. Why don't you try adding a multivitamin and see if that helps? And I asked him to let me know. Well, I got a call 48 hours later from this guy, and he told me that he got a multivitamin just off Amazon, and literally within 24 hours, it was as if rocks didn't even exist. And so clearly there was something that dog was nutritionally lacking that was made up for with the supplement. So if your dog is obsessed with eating something that contains vitamins, minerals, whatever the case may be, try something as simple as adding a multivitamin to their diet, and that might simply have a huge change. So now we'll talk about if this is a behavioral issue, because lots of us have dogs that are obsessed. If we're dealing with a behavioral issue, we want to do what we would call a pattern interrupt. We want to interrupt his pattern of running over and grabbing the rock. To have him on leash when you take him outside, and as soon as you take him outside, direct him straight to a different area, grass if you've got grass, or you can direct him over and start working to play with him with toys. Take him back over there and just be mindful of him mouthing the rocks. And if he does, just a gentle correction, take the rocks and drop them out of his mouth. If he doesn't immediately go to the bathroom, redirect him back to, say, the tennis ball, play with him for a little bit, and then try it again so that we can start interrupting that pattern of running over and grabbing the rock. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have questions, send them to us at askrich@perfectpoochaz.com and we will answer them. Please like the video. It does make a huge difference. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed or follow us, and we will see you on the next one.